Hey, it's MK, and I am here with another 31 days of cut files with you guys. I today starts a new week with a new set of cut files, and this one is called Foodie. So we have this cutting board that I'm going to document with, and I've got 3 photos here of our Christmas kind of Christmas party type of thing. I don't know exactly how to describe it. But it's a really low key, nothing fancy, nothing spectacular, because who on earth wants to do those dishes? So I'm sharing with you guys the scraps that I pulled out. I pulled out a Stampin' Up! Scrap, as well as a Minte scrap, and a 49 and Market scrap, and then a recipe card that I thought I was going to put on this layout till I realized it said the word cookies on it, from Stampin' Up! I've got this that was accidentally stuck in there, and I thought that I would talk about it for a heartbeat. I made this probably back in 2021 for my shop. And yeah, that was just stuck in there, but I do plan on using this large scallop from Close to My Heart. I've got some Scrap and Happy Flair that I can't wait to use. I was so excited to see these when she put them in the shop. I have some film strips from 49 and Market, just wasn't sure which one I wanted to use. And then this is actually a page kit from Scrapbook Addict's Etsy shop. She's got a title, she's got embellishments, she's got background paper. I mean, everything you need to make a layout other than photos and a photo mat are in this cute little kit. Apparently I wanted to stack this layout with a ton of embellishments, but I've got a holiday spray. I wasn't sure if you guys could read that or not, from Dusty Attic. It's all chipboardy. I have this eggnog piece in case the canvas flare does not work, and then this figgy pudding that I thought I would incorporate in the title somehow, but I don't end up doing that, because once I get all my elements on, I realize I have no room for what I really had in my brain for this layout. I've got a couple cute little wooden stars and some candy canes in my little baggie here from Comfort of Joy. That is Pretty Little Studio. I have these embellishments that again, I added way too many things in this kit that was not intentional. I have a few things here. I can't remember where these paper pieces are from, but I do know that the sticker sheet back there is Vicky Booten, and then these are from Oh What Fun, and they are Pink Fresh cardstock stickers that I picked up off the Give Take table from, I believe they're from Sandy, at a retreat about a year ago. I have this brown cardstock from Close to My Heart. It is two-toned, and then from, I think this is Minte. Yes. Nope, it's 49 and Market Art Options Holiday Wishes. This is called The Village, but I plan on using this distressed stripe as my background paper. So I'm going to cut off the branding strip. That's the first thing I'm going to do. And then I'm going to remember that I have a cut file that I want to get wet and nasty, and it needs some drying time. So put the rest of what I had in my brain going, and for my drying time I'm going to add a bunch of distress sprays. So I've got distress mica spray called Fallen Acorn, and then a ton of Shimmers paints. This is Color Splash Back in the Saddle. This one here is a Colorings, that is Don't Be Suede, which means that it has no sparkle to it. This one here is a Vibes called Hot Fudge, which means that it has a lot of sparkle to it. And then this is Spritz, which is Treasured Him, which has a little bit of sparkle to it. So a lot, a little, and none is how you basically define the differences in all of the names that Shimmers has called their product. So I'm going to start off with Hot Fudge. That is the darker of the 3 pieces. And then I chimed in with some Treasured Him, which is brand new to me, so I wasn't really sure how it was going to work. And then I topped it off with dabbing in a little bit of that mica spray in Fallen Acorn. Then I'm going to go to my cardstock and spritz it with the Don't Be Suede, and sprinkle a little bit more Fallen Acorn on it. I wanted to see if it dried a little bit different on white cardstock and colored cardstock. And lastly, I'm going to splatter with the Back in the Saddle. So off to let that dry, I'm going to work on my layout. And I brought in the 49 and Market piece. Now I brought in the other pieces because I wasn't sure if I was going to add any more red. And then I realized my whole background is red. I do not need to add any more red. So all of the other scraps that I shared with you guys are off on the side. They will not be present on the rest of this layout. I decided that I didn't like the big gap in the center, so I'm going to bring it in, and I thought that I was going to cover up that gap with something. I wasn't really sure, but with something, but then I end up forgetting about it entirely. Yep. And I don't do a darn thing with it. That's my bad. So here I'm going to make this one scallop piece stretch across my page with holding my breath. And then of course I'm going to also make the film strip stretch all the way across my page, but I don't want any of it wasting away behind this huge photo mat, right? So this is just a picture. We had a small little party, a small little Christmas get-together where we had crackers and chips and dips and things like that. And we bought a kit from from Walmart that was just a bunch of dips, and all you had to do was take sour cream, 8 ounces of sour cream, and mix in your dips mix, right? And we thought, oh, that'd be kind of cool, and it would be pretty quick and easy, and it came with a ton to choose from. And then we bought a bunch of boxes of crackers and chips and things like that, and stuck them in our bowls and whatnot, and that was our little snacky snack that we had at our gathering. It wasn't really a dinner. It wasn't really anything. It was just a gathering where we, play games and, enjoy each other's company before we settle in for the next 3 days and enjoy Christmas, right? So for Christmas, Christmas Eve, Christmas, and Christmas Day after, it's mostly just family time. Now that most of my family has moved away, we kind of just hole up for 3 days and don't do anything but enjoy, each other. We sit around, we watch movies, we, put together the puzzles that we got, the Legos that we got, any other toy that we might have gotten, we assemble that. Or now that they're not toys, they're video games. We play video games, things I don't. But things like that is what we end up doing for the next 3 days. And we call Papa because it's his birthday. It's just more of a family thing. And so the weekend before or the weekend after, I'm not really sure exactly when this was. I know I should look it up. But it is in order in my album. I think this was the weekend before Christmas. And we get together with friends and not family, but friends. And we have like a game day, right? A game day, game night, depending on when we can get together. And whoever's house it is hosted at is what we do for little snacks, right? We don't actually make a meal because it's a lot of mouths to feed and whatnot. And so we just have like snacks. The kids can go up and grab whatever they want and whatnot. And this one, we just basically tested out all of these dips, and it was nice. We had a veggie tray on the other side. That was completely boring. And then of course we had eggnog and hot cocoa and whatnot. So yeah, it was super fun to have all of these treats and desserts and things like that. They weren't a big hit. There were some that were super flavorful, and others were like, that just tastes like sour cream. So it wasn't all that in a bag of chips. That's for sure. I think I would definitely have made my own dipping sauce if I do this ever again. But yeah, this was it was an adventure, and it was fun. It was one of the kids' ideas and I just went with it. I was like, yeah, why stress over it when we could just buy this box and call it a day, right? So yeah, it was a trial and error type of deal. But I definitely wanted to document it because it's, it's a first for us, right? Where we don't go and, go all out and just buy a meat tray and a veggie tray and all that other stuff. Yeah, it was fun. It was definitely fun also watching the cashier's face when we had 4 tubs of sour cream. Like, what are you doing, lady? Yeah, it was fun. 4 tubs of sour cream, and then a bunch of boxes of crackers and bags of chips, plain chips, like tortilla chips and the Lay's. I think they're Lay's, plain original chips, so that way somebody wanted them a little bit more salty than the crackers offer. You could dip it in chips. And then, of course, it just was fun. It really was. And I have to tell you guys that when the guests arrive, I'm not very good at taking pictures because I want to enjoy the moment, right? So this is pretty much the only pictures I have of this day. I did not take any pictures of the people that came over, of the games we played, nothing. I just enjoyed the company and the gaming and all that good stuff. Really, really did. So it was fun. And like I said, there's hot cocoa and eggnog involved as well. Now the eggnog is the adult eggnog. And then I realized when I was putting the embellishments down that I didn't take picture of any of the eggnog. So I went with the hot cocoa flair rather than the eggnog chipboard round, right? So that's where I'm making my decision right here. I am using just bits and pieces from Sarah's little scrapbook kit that she has from Scrapbook Addicts. And so yeah, I really do like purchasing her little kits or her little embellishments and then using them across 2 to 3 layouts. Sometimes I'll use them all on one layout. It's just so much fun seeing how they can all be used, and then mix them with other little embellishments that I had. I'm finally dwindling down my little label sticker from the, it was a Simple Stories. I want to say Christmas Lodge is what it was from, but I don't remember, you guys. But it was a Christmas sticker book from Simple Stories where the label stickers came from. And then these other labels that I'm using were the Pink Fresh stickers. Just adding a little bit more green in there. I'm really glad that I ended up bringing in this green because if not, it would have been a really red, really red layout, which I had no clue. I thought I didn't have enough red. And so I kept grabbing for all the red stuff. And yeah, I had no clue. I do like the addition of the brown. It helps bring in the little hearts that Sarah likes to use, as well as it's not an acorn, but that's what the word that's stuck in my head, pine cone. But yeah, I absolutely love it. So I'm going to smush my flare before I finish off this tiny little embellishment that I've got going on in over on the right. And I just wanted to add a little something on my cutting board. I liked the fact that I left the cutting board, even though we're not necessarily using a cutting board. I think I have cheese cut up. So in case people just wanted the cheese and crackers and didn't like the dip, I think I do somewhere on that table have cheese cut up, but now I'm not thinking about it. I don't see it. But I do see a lot of stuff going on the table. I'm going to finish off this layout with a little bit of stars. That is my little bit of sprinkling that I like to add around the layout, just to add in a little bit more, I don't want to say brown, but a little bit more of, brown. And I didn't even realize that I am adding stars, even though I have 2 little hearts. I'm okay with that. And then, of course, I think the other little sticker. So I've got my title saying Holiday Party Memories, even though there wasn't a whole lot. And then around the table, even though there's no people around the table. And then gather together, even though it doesn't really show what we're gathering. That there's people gathering. It's just the beginning. And like I said, after that, I don't take any pictures because I'm just in the moment, right? I love how the film strip that I finally decided, I love how you can see through it instead of using the open spaces. All right, you guys, so that is my layout that I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I really, truly appreciate it. Don't forget to hop on over Janet's channel, who is Galaxy Girl Creations here on YouTube, to go see how she is using her cutting board. These designs all week long are designed by Janet, by the way. Kind of forgot to say that at the beginning. Yeah, go check out how she is using her cutting board for today, and I will check you guys all later. Bye.